Hi everybody, my name is Gandalin, and welcome to another World of Warcraft guide. Today I'll be continuing my BlizzCon 2017 coverage with an in-depth look at the new Island Expeditions feature coming in Battle for Azeroth. Make sure you check out the playlist for my BlizzCon coverage, and subscribe to see when new videos are posted. In Battle for Azeroth, it's all-out war between Horde and Alliance, with both sides trying to gain an advantage over the other. And a powerful new resource called Azerite is just the kind of thing that could turn the tide of battle. The aftermath of the war with the Legion has left Azeroth wounded, and Azerite is formed as the life essence of our planet seeps to the surface and crystallizes. This new resource is what we'll be using to power up the Heart of Azeroth, our new artifact-style item. We'll get some Azerite as we adventure through Kultiras and Zandalar, but Island Expeditions are a new kind of content that's completely dedicated to obtaining Azerite. Goblins and gnomes have developed technology to detect islands in the Great Sea where large deposits of Azerite have appeared. This will let us venture to those islands to claim the resource for our factions. Island Expeditions are 3-player scenarios reminiscent of those in Mists of Pandaria. They are role-agnostic, meaning that player roles are not important, so you can bring any combination of tanks, healers, or DPS. And they're only meant to be about 15 to 20 minutes long, so they should be a great way to get Azerite if you don't always have a ton of time to farm it from other sources. Let's talk about the general structure of the islands. There will be creatures, capture points, chests, Azerite nodes, quest givers, consumables, buff shrines, and a bunch of other things. Each island is kind of like a puzzle where you have to figure out the most efficient and effective way of dealing with the obstacles between you and the Azerite. You'll also have to deal with members of the opposing faction, who arrive on the island for the same reason you did. These will either be NPCs or enemy players if you prefer a PvP experience. Now, Blizz is trying out a few new things to increase the replayability of this content. First of all, the islands are going to be incredibly dynamic. You may visit the same island more than once, but things will be different each time. Everything on the island can change, from the creatures and nodes to your starting location and quest givers. But this isn't all just randomly selected. Each island will have a cohesive story. For example, one time you might find an island inhabited by Hosen who've set up a shrine. The next time, it might be a band of Saurok that's killed the Hosen and replaced the shrine with one of their own. Another time, it could be a group of Mogu that have raised some spirits and corrupted a shrine. The elements of the island will always fit together while still providing a ton of variation. The other thing Blizz is doing to increase replayability relates to that team of NPCs from the opposing faction I mentioned earlier. These aren't any regular old NPCs. They are going to be a new form of advanced AI that is way more dynamic than what we're used to. They aren't just going to run up and start hitting you. They're going to try to mess you up so that they can get to the Azerite first. To make this happen, Blizz has given these AI more tactical ability usage. They may polymorph your healer to make it easier to kill you, or they might stun you and leave to go after the Azerite. They'll be aware of the map objectives and able to make strategic decisions. They've also created teams of characters with personalities, like a rogue who notices when you pull too much and jumps on you to burst you down, or a team of blood elves that includes 2 mages who are in love and will res each other. These advanced NPCs add an element of unpredictability to your expedition, making each experience unique. And to add one more level of complexity to the islands, they will come in 4 difficulties: normal, heroic, mythic, and PvP. So those are all the details we have about Island Expeditions. I really like their approach here to creating dynamic content that is highly replayable. I think it will be a great challenge to solve the puzzle each island presents. Let me know what you think about Island Expeditions. That's it for this video. If you found this guide helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions or if there's something you want me to cover. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Gandalin1306, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel so you can see all my future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.